New One Piece chapter just dropped. You know the deal. We make videos on the One Piece chapters that do amazing and that are some of the best chapters in the entire arc, and this was definitely one of them. Last One Piece chapter was easily one of the best in the series, had some of the best moments, and as a result my video on it did really well, and I just really enjoy talking about that chapter because it truly did blow my mind, and I did not expect One Piece to come out with something like that after being on hiatus for an entire month. But as Oda said, we are now in the final saga of One Piece, and the second chapter of the final saga of One Piece is yet again a banger. We are officially 2 for 2, and man, this was a really good one. You'd think it would be hard to match the next chapter after 1054 because of how incredible it was, but again, Oda just surpassing our expectations. It's happened many times, it happens here. While this chapter may not have been as crazy as the last one, I won't lie, the last one was just something else. This chapter was still an incredibly great chapter, and it had a lot of informative moments and a lot of mysterious scenes as well. And of course my boy Shanks, it's mostly Shanks that I'd like to talk about because we rarely get to see him. And that was to me the best part of the chapter, but we'll get to that point later. So the fight with Green Bull finally concludes, and I'm honestly thankful that fight concluded because I was getting extremely bored of this character. This man is easily the lamest admiral. I'm honestly just sick of him. I'm tired of Green Bull, and I'm glad that the fight with him is over. And guess who concludes the fight? It's Shanks, bro. Shanks just doing what needs to be done, man. The man comes in when he needs to come in, and he does what needs to be done. And here, he stops Green Bull from his stupidity, and we move on, finally. And what happens this time is we actually get a glimpse of what Shanks can do. The first time ever we see Shanks use his powers. The first time we see Shanks using Conqueror's Haki in this chapter. That was wild. That was crazy, but as expected, let's be honest, we expected Shanks to have Conqueror's Haki. We expected him to be way stronger than an admiral, so it all makes sense. But his Conqueror's Haki was strong enough to make Green Bull leave after a single use. That he pulled out his sword, and Green Bull immediately put his hands up, started quivering, and just ran off. That is a Navy Admiral. To be fair, the lamest Navy Admiral, but still a Navy Admiral running off as soon as Shanks draws his sword. That is crazy. And again, it does kind of make sense because we know the Yonko are stronger than the Admirals, and if Green Bull was to stay, he knows he'd get absolutely destroyed. But man, bro, finally we get to see Shanks' Haki. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's not some crazy power reveal. It's just some Conqueror's Haki. But despite that, it's still so exciting to finally see this man do something. Yet again, Shanks has done it. Once more, this man comes in at the most perfect time and just does some crazy things that make us love this character. He's truly one of the coldest characters in One Piece by being able to scare off Green Bull, by just drawing a sword a single time, knocking out the people on his own crew, and causing a Navy Admiral to run away. Absolute beast. What's interesting is it still seems like Oda is building Shanks as a character, even though we just got to see his power reveal. It seems like this chapter was yet again just more progression of Shanks. It wasn't really anything crazy revealing about Shanks because again we expect him to have Conqueror's Haki, right? And under the panels of Shanks defeating Green Bull, we see this beautiful, look at the colored version of this, man. The colored version's even better, but we see Shanks with a lot of emotion. He looks to be extremely angry, and is this the angriest we've ever seen Shanks? I do think it is, which means he probably, let's be honest, he does hold hatred for the navies because the navies are his main enemy, right? And it shows here. But this line is one of the coldest lines in the, oh my god, bro. Shanks, man, one of the coldest characters. Does the new age frighten you that much? That line literally sent shivers down my spine. One of the coolest lines Shanks has ever spoken out of the 3 things he said in the whole series. But enough about Shanks. I've talked about him enough in the video. I know it's hard to talk enough about Shanks because he's literally on the screen twice in the entire story. But let's talk about the other big point of the chapter, which was the discovery, or I guess you could say, the reveal of the road poneglyph. Now I know this is a pretty big deal for One Piece because the poneglyphs are what's going to allow us to get to the final island, but my favorite part of the chapter was still Shanks. Enough about Shanks. The poneglyph reveal was very... So it shows Robin, who's been out of the picture for quite a while, and people who were speculating Robin being captured by the Navy or Robin being here or there, obviously they're now wrong because Robin is completely safe and she's looking at the road poneglyph with Law, and this was quite the reveal. There was another big reveal alongside the poneglyph, which was that Wano was actually underground at a time, which yeah, that was completely unexpected for me. I did not see that coming at all. But I don't know how that will tie into the importance. Like, how important is that? It is quite interesting though to think that Wano was once at sea level but was buried by the water. And again, however that ties into the rest of the story, Oda's got to decide that. I've no clue. Literally no predictions. What I really found interesting was that under the road poneglyph, if you would go deeper, you could see the ancient weapon Pluton. And as we know, the ancient weapons remain one of the biggest mysteries in the entire story of One Piece, alongside the abundance of other mysteries and questions we have about the story. To make matters worse, we now learn that opening up Wano unleashes Pluton, and Robin asks why Odin would want to open up Wano if it would unleash the weapon Pluton, and the answer we get is this: I cannot speak on what Odin may have learned himself during his voyages in the outside world. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. You know, just build some more mystery for us. We don't have enough. More mysteries are being built up once again. More questions still remain without answers. So many different things happening all over the place. To be honest, bro, I saw freaking Mihawk trending on Twitter. I saw Blackbeard trending on Twitter before the chapter. I was getting ready to see some like next level Blackbeard showing up. Man, that was stupid of me to think of. Never believe Twitter. Overall, phenomenal chapter. One Piece Shippuden is officially 2 for 2. That's it for the video. I'll see you if One Piece 1056 is this good as well.